Yeah, okay, so let's do Hugo first. Yeah, I think that does seem like that might be preferable. I mean, it might be kind of similar in that we could potentially come back and talk to him after we've done everything, but again, I feel like, you know, it's kind of strange to do that when everything has happened. If obviously I don't know like how exactly that plays out, but I think we'll just see what he has to say to us. So,
The sooner our lads beat the black ones, the sooner they can come home.
anyone going to charge us money? I swear, this is just like asking for us to do parkour. You do that, and then you jump up onto that, and that gets you up onto the roof. Ninja Geralt.
Heard? He finally met his match. Some cutthroat a witcher, I think, gave Junior his due.
So, nothing to cheer about his
Yes, that's so now.
Why? He'd stolen so much, killed so many.
And he'll take his place, just as bad or worse. Our only hopes for Nilfgaard to come to town, bring some order.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay, so our dude is over here. Let's save.
Defeatism and desertion.
So... Hello? Where are you? In here?
Why would I want this?
Anybody home? Don't make us blow down your house. They don't call us the White Wolf for nothing.
Hey, anyone in there?
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Blood. This does not look good.
No, Geralt, that's my line.
Blood. Someone knocked their head on this beam. Open cut.
Okay. Explore around using our Witcher senses. Anything over here? Lots of things to loot, but I think we've just been ignoring those because there's so many guards here these days. It really does go all the way back here. Not that there is anything back there, or at least doesn't seem like it.
Watch your step.
Hmm.
Honor in the fatherland.
Where is stuffs we're looking for? Oh, right there.
Bare feet. Fresh prints.
How did we miss those? I don't know. Okay. Where are they leading us? Over by the water? Perhaps? Yeah. This little crash boat thing. Or no, these guys. Okay. Hey, thugs. How goes it, dudes? I think we are probably gonna need to break out the sword for this. Can't go the usual purely Igni route, because these guys are quite a bit stronger than the typical bandits we might run into. You blocked us, which is completely unacceptable. I will have you know. I think he's dead.
Looks like Hugo ran into trouble. Gotta find him fast.
Oh,
Shit.
okay. Well, Imke, round up the lads. We've got a job. It's time Hugo Hoff took a long walk off a short pier on the Pontar. To prove it's done, bring back his ear. Falk, we did also just pick up an ear. Yes, seems Ewald's interested in Hoff too. So watch your arse. Okay, you said go fast. Are we actually timed right now? Well, my guess is it sounds like you're saying you basically, you know, did the classic mafia trick of like tie a cinder block to his foot and then throw him down in the river. Yeah. Yep. Hold on. Like he's here, but like how do we save him? Like how do we save him? Like I assumed that we pick up the stone or something, but then it just says convince him. Something tells me now is not the time to be having a conversation with him. He, you know, there might be more important matters to attend to at the moment. You know, maybe the fact that he is currently drowning. That feels like that's perhaps a little bit more time sensitive right now. I was thinking we just like go down to the bottom and then we'd have an option that would just say like, you know, move the rock or like detach it or whatnot, but it did not appear to be the case. Like what do we do? Like we're also about to drown ourselves. What the heck? What the actual heck? He does look pretty dead. That is true. You're not wrong.
Sleeping with a fish. No two ways about it. Gotta find Eveline.
Okay. So I guess that means we just weren't gonna have an option to choose him anyway. I mean, suppose good thing that we were planning on going with Eveline anyway, but not the best of news for those who were thinking the other way around. Okay, so let's see. That means Eveline was what? Further north, and I'm guessing this is going to be another situation where we're going to want to fast travel, right? So probably just go to that fast travel spot. Let's just mark it real quick. Not that that's going to be that difficult to find, but then, yeah, we'll either go Wheat Fields or the Vengelbud residence. Okay.
True what they say, that you can hear screams from the other side of the hunting.
These horses doing anything here? They're just chilling? Jordanian soldiers?
Tell you,
I guess.
black ones will be here before the snow falls.
Okay. So, let's head on up now, and I mean, these are roughly equidistant, right? Okay, so this way. And didn't seem like it was too far. Yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be this little spot right here. We have to convince her. What was her deal? I mean, she's part of the circus or something like it. We just need to convince her to leave said group. Is that all? We should definitely save as well. Hello? How goes it, Bard?
Yes, handsome.
Oh.
The guards nabbed him, started ripping out his nails, and he gave up their hideout right quick.
That doesn't sound pleasant. Jeepers creepers, look at them peepers. Okay. Well, I mean, there's... One of these people is a tradesperson? We haven't been here before, at least this group of people is new, which is surprising to me. So I would have thought we'd been here, although have we tried this tiny little area there? Maybe we haven't. I don't know. Maybe we just never had reason to come here.
Welcome, welcome. What would you say to a hand or two of Gwent?
What?
Not gonna try to sell me something first?
My goods are
Like,
not
nah.
swallows. They will
Went
not
first.
flinch nor flee.
Business
Cards
later.
won't either.
Do you wish to split hairs all day or play Gwent, hmm?
Okay, well, quite the card lover, aren't you?
Feels like you might have missed your calling.
Oh, curious conclusion. Why?
Well, Should be hawking goods. Instead, Gwent's all you talk about.
You're right. So, care for a match?
I mean, I feel like we can't turn this guy down, but I was mostly just looking to see what they had
take a
to
look at your
buy or
wares.
sell. Maybe we'll play McGwen afterward.
Fine.
Fine. You're actually selling Gwent cards, which I suppose is fitting. And we could potentially turn around and use said Gwent cards against you. Let's see, it's leader for Nilfgaard, leader for Northern Realms, and then, oh! Okay. We did see some of these Gontaro Dims previously, and they had muster, but we only had one of them, so it didn't really do us any good. But to have a few of them, because this guy is selling 2 of them, would be good. I don't know if this is Gontaro Dim Darkness, if that was the one that we had previously, or if it was Gontaro Dim : other word. I don't remember. The cook is in town. Oh, the cook might not be. Oh, yeah. We'll get the cook next, right? So this will be the acrobat, and then we'll get the cook after this, presumably, assuming that order of operations works. All right. I mean, we can't say no to him, right? Maybe we go for the ambitious 10-point game. So now this guy is really passionate about Gwent.
Yes. You need not ask twice.
This guy, I feel like, could potentially give us a Gwent card, because I think he is technically, specifically, part of this DLC, which is why he's given us some additional leader abilities. So, I think we should either play Northern Realms or play Nilfgaard and try out one of those new ones, or at least see what they are. Let's see, we just got, might have been this, destroy your enemy's strongest siege units. Okay, basically a siege scorch and a range scorch. If we knew what faction this guy was going to use, then this would be a lot easier. Like, if we're going against Northern Realms, then this could be good. If we're going against, probably Scoia'tael would be the best one for this, I would think. Okay, but given how we don't know what faction he's going to use, that might be a little bit tough. Let's see what the Nilfgaard one was. Or at least try to guess as to which one it was. Abilities that restore a unit to the battlefield, restore a randomly chosen unit, affects both players. I think we saw an opponent using this. I don't remember if we already had this one or if... We definitely use this. This is not new to us. Or at least, I mean, it's relatively new, but we have used it before. Cancel your opponent's leader ability. I think we've already seen those. Yeah, I think this is the new one. I'm not sure we want this, though. Like, sure, it will make it more difficult for our opponents to deliberately... Well, specifically restore. It's not like every single skill that targets a unit gets randomized. So, this, what, hurts the medics the most? And I think it's Scoia'tael that has the most medics, so this is probably mostly a Scoia'tael counter. Oh, we were in town when you said it, that's why it might have made sense. Fair enough. Fair enough, I suppose. Not loving any of the new leader cards we're seeing here. Because, I mean, most of them are... I feel like they're strong if you know what you're going against, but going in blind, we don't know what our opponent's going to use. It's kind of tough. So maybe we'll stick with one of our other relatively new ones. I did like drawing a card from our opponent's discard pile. I thought that was kind of nifty. Let's give that a shot, maybe. Try that one again. And then I assume that we're fine otherwise here. Think so? Probably? Maybe? Possibly? Let's go. They are Scoia'tael, and it seemed like most of those leader abilities that we picked up were, in fact, perhaps best against Scoia'tael, so they might have worked out well there after all, but, of course, like I said, we wouldn't have known that in advance. Decoy... Scoia'tael have much in the way of spies? Not really. It's mostly Northern Realms and Nilfgaard. I mean, there's obviously the mysterious elf, but he's a hero, so you can't steal him. Will you get any of our medics, we could potentially double play them with that. That might be the play. Otherwise, well, Yennefer is, in fact, a medic, yes, but she's also hero, so we can't play her twice. We could use it on the dragon. Not a terrible idea. If we can find a way to make the Scorch trigger twice, it's going to be a little bit tough, but not out of the question. And I think that means we're probably looking to dump some of our boring 6 strength cards here. And if we are going to do that, then we'd probably like to mix it up a little bit between the rows. Well, we have a little more in the melee, but a lot of that's coming from heroes. We do the dragon, though, so maybe we focus first on trying to get rid of you. That's a big pickup. Try getting rid of you next, and we got Triss is marginally better. Lots of heroes here, though. Okay, I think we can make this work. Alright, Dandelion is basically a Commander's Horn for the melee row. Now, does that mean we could just Scorch him and get rid of him? He himself is not that powerful, but he will make everything else more powerful, so it's actually not a terrible Scorch here. And otherwise, we're probably looking at a hero, because, of course, we don't want to use the dragon right now. Could do the spy. I think this is a good opportunity to go with Scorch and Dandelion, though, because that's such a rare opportunity. Since she's such low strength, most of the time, he's going to be hiding behind other higher strength units. There is a medic, bringing Dandelion back. That is, of course, one of the things that Scoia'tael has a lot of. We were talking about that before. But it does probably mean that now the dragon will become pretty relevant, and we could dragon once they start getting more strength out here to Scorch that row, and then decoy and play the dragon again. Can't do that yet, so let's play the Mysterious Elf, get some more cards, and see what our options are here. Another decoy, and another 10 strength card. Ooh, you're decoying your medic, which is clever, but haven't done much to put up points yet, so that means we could put down just about anything and take the lead with just one card. And I think we do want to stick with a hero here. Let's go with Triss. She's definitely our weakest hero, but it is still enough to pass them. For now, I don't think we've seen that before. Shiru, 8 strength. Destroy the enemy's strongest siege units if there's 10 or more strength in the siege row. Okay, so you're basically the siege equivalent of the dragon. Okay. So yeah, first time we've seen that card. I mean, it'd be great if we got that card from beating you. But fortunately, we didn't have anything in the siege row at the time, so we're safe from that. But, dragon doesn't work right now. Any of these would become Scorch targets. We do have a medic, so it's not the end of the world, but I think we probably do still play it a little bit safe here and go with something like, now that you've played this guy, siege row should be safe. Okay, where are you playing him? Melee, where he's going to get doubled. Sure. So now, suddenly, dragon does work, and it does remove you. Some question as to whether we get greedy and try to wait and see if you play additional cards that are either stronger or the same value so that we can get more out of the dragon play. Let's see, we're behind by 3. And we can play the dragon at this rate 3 times. So maybe we don't need to be too picky. We don't need to be too picky. We can just play it right now. Get rid of you. And then if you play more cards in the melee row, we'll decoy, get the dragon back, and do it again. Or you'll use another one of your medics, get that card back. We will use a decoy to get the dragon back in our hand, play it again, and then destroy that card again. And we will continue trading cards like this. Okay, they pass. Ooh, interesting. So we need 10 strength exactly. And Nilfgaard wins on ties, right? So we actually don't need to play the dragon here. We could play either one of these two. We'd be at 27 and we would win. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Let's go for it. And now we pass, and I think, yeah, Nilfgaard wins on size. So we have 1 card advantage. And... I think what we do here, I mean, we could try to just go all in this round and absolutely demolish them. But if we pass here immediately, what we do is we force them to play a card to win in round 2, and then they are looking at just 4 cards remaining to our 6 cards in round 3, making it even easier for us in round 3. So I think we just simplify things for round 3 here. And they'll play, I mean, it's a 6 strength card, it's something. It's not like they had some just terrible throwaway card. Now they also go first in round 3, which means we can respond to what they're playing, which is, I feel like, generally preferable. And because they have only 3 cards here remaining, we can basically just play our heroes and completely ignore everything that they might try to do to us, because our hero is going to be immune to all that. Still have our leader ability, though, and I don't remember what theirs is. They're going to medic and get back what? I mean, it's a 8 strength card, so it's good in that sense, but it is the one that destroys units in the siege row, and we don't have anything in the siege row right now, so, well, doesn't do much. Oh, our leader ability was going to be to play a card from your graveyard. Your graveyard or our graveyard? Because that probably would have been the card we would have liked to have played. Yeah. So we perhaps should have been a little bit quicker to do that, but what we could do instead is we could steal Dandelion, is I think probably what we go for here, because that is definitely their next most valuable card. And it does mean that once we do get our dragon down there, then that's going to make the dragon a lot bigger. So let's do it. And yes, Dandelion. And they're going to play in the melee row. I mean, that's good. We're planning on doing some damage there. What is their leader ability? Move agile units to whichever row that maximizes their strength. So, have they even played any agile units yet? I'm not sure they have. But now we just go Ciri. And they have 1 card remaining. It's probably Scorch, because they don't want to play it here, and Scorch would destroy themselves or some kind of weather effect that would have hurt them and not hurt us. And we are already in the lead. Unfortunately, the dragon is not actually going to destroy anything here. We'll play it. We'll play you. And we'll play Dandelion. And we'll play Yennefer. I'm not sure who we're going to bring back with her, though. Well, we only have 1 option. So by default, it is that. And then our decoy doesn't really do anything, because, I mean, it would have been for our dragon to double down on destroying cards in their melee row, but it doesn't work here when they have less than 10 strength, so that will be all. And we'd love to get that Shiru card. Crowns. Any cards? Yes, it is that card. Fantastic. Okay, let's add it to our deck right now for Scorytail. So I think that's going to be a pretty big addition. Unfortunately, I imagine it's probably only Scorytail. Yeah. Looks like it. Or, well, I guess we'll have to double check on the other factions, but that's definitely a big inclusion. And it does mean that we can perhaps get rid of one of our weaker cards. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the agile units. So I would, or, I mean, Vesemir, I guess, is just a worse version, right? Same strength, but doesn't have that row flexibility. We'll get rid of Vesemir then. And that should make the Scoids. In fact, do we need 23 here? That's more than we need. Can we dump someone else as well? Is there anyone else who stands out as an obvious card to get rid of? That is a lot of decoys. Might want to get rid of one of those. We have a lot of medics though, so there's definitely some potential to double down on those. I think it's mostly just looking at the 6 strength agile units at this point. I think so. Just get rid of like Doblethon Scout, I guess. Yeah. And then we did get those Gauntro Dims recently. And where'd you go? Got plain and simple Gauntro Dim, who does have muster, but he's our only Gauntro Dim, so I don't think that triggers. Whereas we've Gauntro Dim Darkness, wherever that went. Thought? Is that only for a specific faction? There it is. Oh, it's right next to it. Yeah, we've 3 of them, and they're 4 strengths. They're better, and we have more of them, so they actually work. And, so that's a 12-point play. Would we prefer to get rid of even more of our agile units to make room for the Gauntro Dim's Darkness? I think we might. It's a little bit worse than the Hawker Smugglers, or Havocar Smugglers. But I think it's probably still good enough to include. I think so. Let's try putting them in. Does mean that now Scorytail's gonna have a lot of muster. Monsters does already. Northern Realms, we want to put you in. Ah, interesting. The normal Gaunter draws out darkness, but darkness does not draw out normal. Huh. Okay. Okay, I suppose we'll put in normal Gaunter then. That means we can remove another one of those 6 strength cards. So, I mean, in Scorytail we now have what? 1 muster set, 2 muster sets? Is it only 2? I thought it was more than that. I think we might have had one previously that we might have removed because it wasn't as good. But then Northern Realms I don't think has any. It's not really the idea behind our Northern Realms deck. If anything, I would say this might be the deck in which it does not make a lot of sense for us to add that in, unless if we... Maybe you could make the case we could get rid of the Dragon Hunters to make room for them. I mean, we could just add them and make our deck bigger overall, but I don't really think that's the best answer. I mean, usually the objective is make as small a deck as you're allowed to make, and just make sure that the cards that you include are your best possible cards. Otherwise, you're wasting your time potentially drawing into cards that are not that good. So, the reason why I think Northern Realms we might not want to add them is because we oftentimes have been using the leader ability that doubles the siege row, and if we are going to add in the Gaunters and we're going to remove some cards to make room for them, and it would probably end up being those siege cards. And I mean, yeah, we could do that, and then we'd switch around our leader ability as well, but that just would change a lot about what we're trying to do with Northern Realms, and I have liked what we've been doing with Northern Realms. We've had a lot of potential to put up a huge amount of points, so I think we'll leave the Gaunters out of that deck. But Nilfgaard, the theme here has largely been just like huge amounts of points that you play in just one card, with like the Black Infantry Archer and Heavy Zeracanian Fire Scorpion and things of that sort. And so it hasn't been a big muster deck. It doesn't have any muster at the moment, but would it be worth adding that in for, I'd say probably Imperial Brigade Guard would be the most natural replacement. I think it is probably just a better version of this, because Imperial Brigade Guard, the tricky thing is, with that, you need to have all of them in your hand, or at least want to get as many of them in your hand as possible. And that can be tough. Whereas with Gaunter, it's exactly the opposite. You want only one. So I think that might just work a little bit better. And then we have more cards than we need for Nilfgaard right now. So maybe similar to what we were doing with Scorytail, we take out some of those 6 strength cards that don't have any special abilities. Okay, I think that'll make Nilfgaard a little bit stronger. And that leaves us with monsters. And monsters is the other one that I actually think we might not want to do, because with monsters, we already have the Crones, which is 1 round of muster, the Vampires, which is, Vampires, which is the 2nd, the Raucous, which is the 3rd, 4 vampires. And then we have, what, there's the Arrakis that goes in the Siege row that is technically different, but we don't have any other Arrakises to go with it, so it doesn't actually do anything special. So my point is, we have so many muster cards that we're frequently, at least at risk, if not just outright getting, numerous of the same types of muster cards in our hand simultaneously, and that does reduce the strength of those cards, because it basically means we have a dead card in our hand that's not contributing at all. It would just be better served being in our deck. So that's a little bit tough. I mean, maybe for that reason, for monsters what we do is we don't reduce the number of total cards, we just add more. So we'll add in the Gaunters, but we won't get rid of any of our weaker cards. Oh, and we gained the Toad as well. I forgot about this. Destroy your enemy's strongest range units if the range row has 10 or more strength. So it's basically the Siege version of the range version of the card that we just got the Siege version of for Scoia'tael. It's the range dragon. But it definitely means we have a ton of cards now, so I am wondering if there's at least something we could remove here. This deck is getting pretty huge, so yeah. This Arrakis, at the moment, is just a 6-strength card that doesn't have any additional muster to go along with it. If we happen to get more, then it becomes more powerful, but as it stands right now, I think it is probably the weakest card in this deck. So let's get rid of you. And then get rid of weather effects or the Commander's Horn, the decoy, but I think maybe we just live with a bigger deck for monsters. And then if we find other good cards later on and we want to remove stuff, then we definitely can. Okay. But yeah, I think that card, in addition to other cards that we picked up recently, they do make our Gwent decks considerably stronger. Okay, but as for the actual person we are here for, looks like you're back here. But before we talk to you, priorities. Priorities. It's important, okay? Trust me, we need all the small blackjacks that we can get. It's crucial. It's absolutely crucial. And the platters as well. I mean, we're trying to throw a party for a ghost in the not-so-distant future. We're gonna need a lot of platters, okay? It's pretty important. Are these lootable? This is. This is not. But that is. Okay. I think that's just about it in terms of the lootables. So let's see if we can chat it up with Evelyn at all.
Ever heard the legends of the White Wolf?
Maybe. Oh, is he over there? Oh, I don't see him. Strange. I heard the White Wolf has like this long white hair, metal wolf medallion, couple swords strapped to his back, but he absolutely does not wear glasses. That's absolutely the case.
For getting us out, as in Maribor. Remember Maribor?
Dove, please don't change the subject.
Mind if I do?
That depends. Who might you be?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
No,
You Eveline
we're not the
Gallo,
White Wolf.
The Ermine.
Only to friends.
Calm down, Merrin. No need to puff up. And you, talk. What do you want?
Declaying glasses on the ground? No, I'd prefer to speak to you privately. I don't know if this guy's gonna be a problem. It does seem as though he is, well, at least initially reluctant to share information with us, so it could start to go in that direction, but, yeah, let's just go right out and say it.
Truly? Of what nature?
Anonymous performance. No audience. At a certain auction house. Pays as much as you can carry.
Eveline, I beg you. You don't know him.
What's that supposed to mean? He introduced himself, did you not hear? Geralt of Rivia.
Stop pretending you don't understand me. You cannot know if he's to be trusted.
Not a soul can be trusted.
Hey. Okay.
You've none of a Fink's features. But you see, I've a problem.
Okay. Let me guess. You got a monster that needs killing, or I mean, maybe not. Who knows?
All right, out with it. What's this problem?
See, we were to do a show. The tickets
Oh,
were
the big
sold.
Arrakis draws the
Alas,
small
our
Arrakis,
friend
but not the other way
colleague,
around. Okay,
poor
so maybe we
Kyle
do keep that one in after all.
Well, he's gone blind. Drank some hooch from a questionable source. A sad story, but not the point. The crowd awaits, so either we find a replacement for him, or we shall have to return the coin. All good and fine. We've not spent it already.
Oh,
I think I know where this is going.
And I shall get straight to the point. Stand in for Van, and I shall help you.
What do I have to do? Jump through some flaming hoops?
No. Shoot your crossbow, hit a target.
Eveline, I'm not certain that's a good idea.
Neither am I. It shall all come out in the wash. So, Witcher,
oh,
what'll it be?
if we shoot you. Maybe I could refund the tickets instead. So we can try to pay off the tickets that they've already spent the money from, or we can try to perform and shoot our crossbow. Potentially, is this going to be one of those things where, like, she's attached to, or someone is attached to one of those big spinny wheels, and then they, like, spin them around, and we're shooting the crossbow and just trying not to hit them? Because I'm not sure I trust myself to do that without causing grievous harm to the person who's getting spun around. But sure, we'll try it.
Not a bad shot with my crossbow.
I mean,
Why
we
not?
probably are,
I'm in.
if I'm being brutally
Splendid.
honest, but we'll see.
So, shall we begin? Folk have grown nervous.
What? Me now? No rehearsals?
What's there to rehearse? You're to shoot and hit a target.
Hit it square on.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Do or die. Let's begin.
That I like. A man who boldly dares, damn the risks. Come!
Also, it is now nighttime,
And now,
apparently.
good folk, the highlight of our program. Standing before you, Geralt of Rivia, victor of marksmanship contest in Angren, Dol Blathana, and Lobindon.
Yeah, totally. What she said.
What? But I...
Geralt, don't say anything.
And get to work.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're Geralt, the expert. Oh no. Oh no.
The apple.
We got it. Okay, well, obviously the one on his head is the one I'm the most concerned about. Does that mean we finish with that one, or do we do that one next? Got that. Fortunately, he's not that far away. Okay, I don't like this angle. I feel like we're definitely going to get his foot. A little bit more concerned about this one. Come on, stick it back out. That was close. Is that... He has some red on his foot. I think that's just like a ribbon on his foot. Okay, here comes the big one. Unfortunately, his head is actually relatively still, kinda, sorta. Not exactly. Okay, hold on. Trying to, like, wait for you to bump your head up a little bit more, so we're not at risk of accidentally shooting you in the face, and just, like, aim for it when it's high up. Kinda like that. That's all of them. Is it not? Okay. Not so bad. You know, we took an eternity to do it, but nobody's dead, so mission
The
accomplished,
end
right?
of an audacious feat by Geralt of Rivia. We thank you for attending and hope to see you soon.
It's a shame that man didn't shoot the elf.
Oh,
That would've been
excuse you.
You know, I doubted I'd emerge from that ordeal in one piece. Fine work, Geralt.
Well, one performance down. What of the next?
Oh, what? Excuse me? Oh, okay. That's the one that we are saying we want to hire you for. I thought you were implying that we then had to proceed to do a series of performances for you. Perhaps doing the knife toss thing, perhaps jumping through the flaming hoops or whatnot. But, yeah, see, the alternative, the other person that we were considering, he's tied to a rock in the bottom of the Pontar. So, you got the job.
Herbalist has a hut near here. Ring a bell? Go see him and ask for some yarrow extract.
Ooh, a mystery. I adore mysteries. Till later, Witcher.